Hello everybody, K-Whip here, and welcome to another episode of This Week in Trials. And this week in Trials, we finally have normal trials back instead of no radar, no revives, or first light. So it's good to have normal trials again, and we have it on the map Rusted Lands. So starting out with some suggestions on what weapons to use, I would say that sniper rifles are probably the best option on this map. There's a lot of long lines of sight, and you can get some easy picks using your sniper rifle. And it's probably the best option. That's what I went with for most of the time playing, and sniping felt like the most consistent thing, at least for me. I also think that this is a pretty good fusion rifle map. You can keep people pretty decently far away from you so you don't get shotgun all that much, and your fusion rifle can be pretty effective if you're good with it. So that's another decent option, and sidearms would actually also do pretty well as well. And then finally, of course, shotguns would do alright as well, but I don't think this is the best of maps for them, so unless you really kind of rely on your shotgun, I'd probably look towards something else. An important thing on this map, though, if you are not using a sniper, is to have a weapon that is quite good in the long range. So if you're not sniping, I would recommend either a scout rifle or a good pulse rifle. And really the best primary for this map, and the primary that just about everyone is using, is probably the Clever Dragon. Big surprise, I know, but it's really dominant on this map because there's a lot of mid-range engagements, and it can also handle the long range with its limited range fall-off. And it's going to cause snipers a ton of flinch, and if other people are using guns other than it, you're going to be causing a whole lot more flinch than they are and have the advantage. So Clever Dragon, absolutely filthy on this map. Other pulse rifles will do well as well, and same with scouts if you are not using a sniper. If you are using a sniper, Clever Dragon is still a super good option, but if you're not going to use that, I would recommend a hand cannon, and like the Aes Luna archetype, or maybe the Last Word if you're facing a couple shotgunners. This will handle things quite well in the mid-range, and then when people are a bit farther away, you got your sniper rifle. So overall on this map, you can use a pretty decent variety of weapons, but yeah, Clever Dragon's gonna reign supreme, I'll say. Now moving on to some subclass suggestions. This week for Hunters, I thought that just about every subclass was solid, but I didn't think this was the best Night Stalker map, and then I feel like Blade, the super, is a bit too close range for this map, and you're gonna get shut down out of it a lot. However, with how good skip nades are, Blade Dancer would still be pretty solid for this map. But I did think the standout for Hunter was actually Gunslinger. Gunslinger felt great yet again this week. I thought that I could make quite a lot of throw knife plays on this map. The grenades, all three of them, are pretty solid on this map. I was even using swarms and doing pretty well with them. And then, like I always say, the super is just unbelievable and is going to give you a ton of kills really early and is just an extremely good asset to have. For Warlocks, I thought that Stormcaller was actually a very good option on this map. I think the super is going to get you a lot of kills on this map, and if you are shotgunning, that extra melee range will help you a lot when people are quite far away and you're still trying to shotgun. I also felt like the Storm Nade worked pretty decently for this map, and Stormcaller was overall a pretty good class. However, Voidwalker was quite solid as well. Axiom Bolts are always great, Nova Bomb's great, and that's just a solid overall subclass, and it's very good for sniping, so if you're sniping, Voidwalker is a great option. Now, finally for Titan, I thought that Striker was a solid option, but I actually thought that Sunbreaker was a bit better this week. Lightning Grenades aren't super dominant on this map, so I was fine foregoing those and trading off for Incendiary. And then having the super of the Sunbreaker was extremely nice, and I was getting a ton of kills with that, and the subclass felt pretty nice this week. So I'd actually probably recommend Sunbreaker over Striker this week. Moving on to some other suggestions, if you are sniping or trying to spawn snipe, never go on top of this silo. You are going to get your head ripped off a lot, because the other side can get on top of a truck a lot faster, and they're going to rip your head off, and then your orb is in a horrible place for your teammates to get. However, a great spot on this map is this little post up here by B flag that a lot of people don't know about, so you can catch people off guard up here and clean up some kills doing that. However, I don't know, some people are going to know about it, so they could pick you off. But it's just hard to hit you up there, hard to see you, and a lot of people don't know about it. Last couple points to talk about. Here is where the cap point spawns. It's in this little inlet by the building with a 5 on it by B flag. Now the heavy ammo spawns in what a lot of people call Suicide Tunnel. So this is a bit of a death trap, and it is almost always being watched by snipers. So if you do have a super, or if you just want to flank, that is an awesome option for heavy round. So you can flank around people that are often hard scoping the tunnel. Or if you do get the spawn that's kind of on the bottom side of heavy, that's probably the better one to watch with snipers, as you're underneath them and they can't see you very well. And usually you get there first as well. One more thing, there are these explosive boxes over by B flag that you can shoot and kill people with, or just make sure you don't get them used against you. Anyway, that's going to do it for my advice for this week in Trials. I like this map quite a bit, and I thought it's a lot better than the last 3 weeks, so this should be a pretty decent week, even though kind of the tryhards are out in pretty full force just because they haven't had normal trials in a while, but it's still pretty fun. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please drop a like if you did, and subscribe for some more Destiny videos. Thanks for watching, and see you later. Come on, throw knife. Oh yes, that was beautiful.